Who am I? Episode 3. The Soul. Who are you? Beneath the skin, behind the eyes, beyond the physical, you are a soul. Your soul is the invisible you. It is your inner life, your thoughts, desires, will, affections, and emotions. It is what feels joy and sorrow, what loves deeply, what longs for meaning. It is your true self, and it matters to God. Genesis 2:7 tells us that when God formed Adam, he breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. You were not merely created to function, you were created to feel, to think, to choose, to relate. The soul is that mysterious, eternal part of you that bridges the body and the spirit. Philosophers and theologians have long reflected on the metaphysical nature of the soul. Unlike the body, which is temporal and decays, the soul carries your identity beyond the boundaries of time. It is not made of matter, but of mind, memory, emotion, and moral consciousness. It is your capacity to love, to dream, to reason, and to worship. Biblically, the soul is often connected with the heart, not your physical heart, but the center of your being. Proverbs 4:23 says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." Your soul is the source of your motivations, convictions, and decisions. It's where battles are fought, between truth and lies, love and fear, peace and anxiety. But here's the reality: our souls can become sick. David cries out in Psalm 42:11, "Why, my soul, are you downcast? Why so disturbed within me?" There are times when the soul is weary, burdened by grief, crushed by disappointment, fractured by trauma, or poisoned by sin. Sin is not just a behavior issue, it's a soul issue. It corrodes the inner life. Shame, bitterness, guilt, fear, these are the soul's infections. They rob us of peace, steal our joy, and distort our identity. Jesus himself posed the haunting question in Matthew 16:26. What good is it for someone to gain the whole world, yet forfeit their soul? Or what can anyone give in exchange for their soul? You can achieve everything on the outside and still lose yourself on the inside. So how do you care for your soul? How do you keep it healthy? First, by returning it to its source. Psalm 23:3 says, "He restores my soul." God is not just the creator of your soul, he is its healer. He knows your wounds, he hears your silent cries. He offers rest for the weary and hope for the broken. Jesus said in Matthew 11:28-29, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. You will find rest for your souls." Not just a nap for your body, but deep, lasting rest for your inner being. A healthy soul is one that is anchored in truth. Psalm 19:7 says, "The law of the Lord is perfect, refreshing the soul." God's word renews your mind and brings light into dark places. Worship, prayer, community, silence, and confession, these are practices that nurture the soul. They are not just religious routines, they are lifelines. Forgiveness restores the soul. Gratitude refreshes it. Love revives it. But soul care also requires honesty. The Psalms teach us to bring our real selves before God, not just polished prayers but raw emotions. Soul health begins when we stop pretending and start being present, with God, with ourselves, and with others. You may feel like your soul is fragmented. You may carry wounds too deep to name, but take heart. God specializes in soul restoration. In Psalm 147:3 we're told, "He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds." He does not discard damaged souls, he redeems them. So, who are you? You are more than a body. You are a soul, created, cherished, and pursued by God. Your soul is eternal, precious, and worth tending. In this world of noise and distraction, where it's easy to forget your inner life, God calls you to rest, to reflect, to return. Take time to care for your soul, not just because it affects how you feel, but because it shapes who you are. And as your soul becomes whole, you begin to live from the inside out, not ruled by fear or striving, but grounded in grace and anchored in love.